side. They decided not to move on for a backstab, which they could potentially get above the IGI side. And all on ZenX and James BT to try and lock him down. ZenX does take down Square, and a second as well. The spray is working out for him, but eventually the trades come back in for IGI. The bomb will get planted, leaving it all on LS and Nuke Dog to a 2 versus 2. The head Kevlar players as well. I couldn't think of a better duo to try and get this whole thing together. They have got a Galil on Greeny, which could hinder the next phase because he's on low HP. LS facing against him. Deagle for the headshot. Even the one shot, we're able to take down the first man. Blocks, but can't get the Deagle shot. It's all on Nuke Dog, picking up the AK. Lucking in time. No defuse kit. So we're going to have to force the issue back towards the church area. Going to face around with Coffin's going to get the win. He needs. No, not going to happen. There it is. 2-0 for IGI. Still losing one of the AKs, though. Not quite getting out with everything that they needed. Yeah, cutting it very close there. I said the CX pistol rounds, pretty damn good on that. Trading off each other very nicely. Z and X on that B site. Use the CZ to open things up, then use the smoke, the utility to find a MAC-10. Goes out to good work finding 2 players. They're trying to enter the B side. Sadly, not enough. The retake wasn't quite there, even though Nuke Dog managed to find that AK-47. So they will be on pretty much a full eco, apart from Z and X. It's brought down to their amount, getting them extra money from the MAC-10. And there's Kevlar, Desert Eagle to play with. But I don't think it's going to be up. Molotovs are going to push them out of position. That'll be the bomb down. Bomb down. There we go for IGI. And it's up to CX to try and make this retake work, but that's not going to be helpful. That's the only player with any decent weaponry at all taken down instantly. Nice little headshot coming through. Down doesn't even have a weapon at this point, but it's not going to make a difference. He does go down to James BT. Rezu managed to trade on even more, so it's a 2 versus 3. They all picked up for James BT as well. Not ideal weaponry. They might be able to make things happen, but I doubt at this point. No defuse kit as well. Rezu tries to make something happen. James BT does manage to find Square on the flank, but I think he's just going to get out of this position and try and save. Mark was going to try and stop him there, but it's not good enough. He will get out with his life. Saving a Galil running forward, trying to find an AK, if he can or not. No, he won't be able to. But he saves that Galil. No, not great, but not terrible. Though, you know? Like, it's something. CEX with 3 rounds on lost bonus, or 4 rounds on lost bonus, I should say, actually, with the M4s coming in. Guild's going to be a nice relieved investment for James BT, means that they could be able to force the issue, or at least get him to buy down into a quasi for the CT side and get control of the next couple of rounds. For now, though, standard defaults coming in IGN, much more passive alongside their line. They have got the AWP buy on the AKs. So they're not going to try and see if they can face him too easily against CEX. The last few couple of rounds they could do it because they knew that the CTs were pretty weakened. This time around, not the same can be said. They've got rifles, so IGI need an opening pick, and they need to try and force them out into a position where they're in the advantage push. Backed up over to the B-bomb site over on Banana in particular. 2 players facing down, one towards mid and one towards the apartments. IGI playing much more spread out, trusting them to take a decide which bomb site they want to go to. It's a very standard passive stuff coming in from the teams, just throwing out whatever utility they can. They've still got enough for the execution when it comes to fruition in the next couple of minutes or so. But again, it's very slow coming in from the IGI squad.
Top Banana control, though, secured. We see this a lot in Inferno. It's either like super fast contact play played in like the first 30 seconds, like rushing down Banana, or it's very slow, it's very methodical, rotating between the 2 sites, trying to draw the CTs out and get that, try and attack the bomb site with only 2 players each time. Sort of the mind game is playing out. But you can see there is a player back. I think it's Rezu. Sitting right back through arches, just to be used for rotation. If there is a push, smoke comes through. So that's both smokes, I think, used for, for the players. Flash goes out, though. ZenX gets 2 before he goes down. LS with a double kill as well. Downed is left. 1 versus 4. And the B-side defenders for CeX completely shut down that round for IGI.
Yeah, ZenX coming in with the first 2, and LS waiting on the edge of the smoke for the peek forward. He actually managed to shut as many down as he wanted to. There it is, locked out. IGI dismantled by the B-side defensive, as you were talking about. 3-1. Actually, there's very little money for the T side. Obviously, lots of damage came through from CEX, even on those conversion rounds. Specific on numbers. Yeah, the last 2 rounds prior to the last one, they actually got out with 3 players falling. So, serious economical damage done to the T side means that CEX will force the hand of IGI. Force down to just ecos. Quasi-buys in a certain sense for Square and Mark playing into the Kevlar and helmets. But certainly not on the same page here. This T side actually might end up hurting them again in the long run. Now towards the mid position, the defaults will come through and downed will be downed alongside Swear with the AWP. Shots on shots from James BT, catches Greeny. Should be able to get one trade back, but that should be about as far as he'll go here. Or at least that's what I think. ZeniX is finally deal with damage. 4v1 on Mark. Tagged up, spotted out. Initially end the round.
Oh, that's the AWP. That's not the weapon we want to lose. They'll find it again. Picked up. I was going to say, I've seen very smart utility usage. Less on the A side, but more on the B side. ZeniX and LS, how they're holding that. They stagger their smokes. And what won them, not last round, but the round before, was ZeniX went to throw a smoke down just to block that off. And immediately LS said, they're pushing. He threw up a flash instantly, and it flashed the entire of the Ts who were trying to push into site. A site, not so much of that smart utility usage. Maybe the coordination isn't as there. It is a bigger site to cover. There's less narrow, choke points as there is in the B site. The A site, James BT is like a kid in a candy shop, but he does not know what to pick. Only managed to take down one before he eventually falls. New Dog and Rezu, though, clearing it up later on. And it'll just be Mark in a 1 versus 4.
No chance on this one. Surely it should not be. I mean,
Don't
I
believe.
said that about the Tech 9, but then again, they did get a kill on the AWP. But spraying does damage. He gives up his position, and the spray will just continue from Nuke Dog. 2 kills, a third on the board for CEX, equalizing against IGI. A potential to buy down once again here from the T's. Again, it will be very, very hard thanks to the investments coming through from Square and Mark and the economy not lining up for the other players. The Tech 9s and Deagles, P250s will be out with a double flash as well. The AWP, the 2 AKs, the 2 M4s will also be coming in for CEX already. Good sprays down from James BT. Everybody dies. Everything burns
The ace.
Second mid. The ace.
The ace. Might be eco frag. It counts. It counts. It's fine.
So that's the second ace we've seen today, actually. Funny, actually, the second ace we've seen in this series as well.
We should have gone nuts for it, even though it was an eco. Just go, "Wah!" like screaming. Nah. Well done to him, but eco frags doesn't count. Just -5 from his kills, and it's, he's level with everyone else, so evens out. But we will be on a gun round. 5 AK-47s, no AWPs picked up. And we're seeing a very aggressive hold by the CTs. It does not work. For the B side, they're trying to do a rush down through A. Maybe they won't predict it. I have no idea the calls on that side because they've given up B side completely, and they're going to have to pay for the retake, which is going to be incredibly hard. 4 versus 4, even with the utility usage they've got to set it up almost perfectly with these Molotovs trying to force the T's out into uncomfortable position. This just seems like the wrong play, only leaving one player, and that player on B side isn't even playing passive, he's playing aggressive. Makes no sense, but ZeniX starting to recover things for CeX. 4 versus 3, bomb is down.
He's continuing to hold down the presence on IGI's side. Down, takes down a Rezu. Now up against LS close range. He'll take the spray and a headshot. Back to the favor of the T side. Forces the T side to push forward. ZeniX caught out in the middle of an open space. And James BT, not much that he can do from this position. Might be able to take down one exit frag. Tries to line it up on a second. Does do damage to the IGI side, but it should have been more from CEX as they equalize once again on the T side. Not too much of a problem for CEX again, because they're going to have plenty of money to buy in. The AWP, the M4 immediately coming out. I'm not even wasting any time with that one. They've still got money for another buy after this as well. It will be awkward from James and Rezu. It will still be enough for a buy regardless. IGI, they're on the verge of reset, however. CEX, this round is also crucial for them, because if they get it, they stand to potentially gain the half advantage in the next 3 or so rounds. The Orps trying to face each other. It's actually James BT with an M4 down top mid. Greeny will be opening things up for IGI once again. Opening
things up. Very wide for IGI. The rounds that they have won has been from getting those early kills and getting that advantage early on and then pressing that advantage against these CTs. Nuke Dog in a position, gets the double spray down. Very nicely done from him. Molotov goes down as well to deny any more T's pushing. And I understand the fast plays they're trying to do last round, but they've gone back to playing a slow, methodical, positional, playing the angles, pre-firing, playing off each other, and it's ZeniX that's to try and defend this. He almost finds Mark, but he just ducked behind the smoke, lost track of him, and he got out by the skin of his teeth. Rezu is in position though with the AWP, but that smoke's not going to help. What? Hello?
That should have wallbanged. That should have gone straight through the coffins, but it didn't. That literally could have denied the bomb plant right there and then. The nade in on towards Nubox as well. Nuke Dog had a perfect position to take down Mark, but couldn't quite do it because he misplaced and miscalled out with the nade. Greeny and Square get kills. It shuts Resu down for any real opportunities. Backing towards Church, going to try and suppress them to make them out the position. The AWP, however, could have got so much done. Gets a late tag, lines up the collateral, still trying to face for it. Does take down Mark in the end. And up against Square, close range, 5 HP. They will lose the AWP. And that will be a 5th on the board for IGI. Getting that all-important 5th. The CEX, so many points where I thought to myself, okay, they should have had this round. You know, the spray in from Flower Pot should have done well. The nade in towards Dark should have gone towards Dark. It went towards Nubox instead. And of course, the AWP wallbang is the one that stands out. It's like that probably should have been a kill. You know, the first shot, maybe not. The second shot, almost certainly.
Yeah, maybe it was. You know, was it a whiff shot? Maybe it was just. I'm not entirely sure why that didn't hit. It must have been a whiff shot because that looked like it was lined up. It might have moved at the last second before it was, you know, scope was steady, something like that. But it was unfortunate for CeX. That could have been a very different round. I think Resu definitely made the correct call. Like we said, how their economy's not too bad. Holding that aggressive angle, so you're at least punishing them, you know, for having to come out from the dark corner. But Nuke Dog played fantastically last round, even though with the opening was given over to IGI, got a double spray down. Sadly, his team wasn't able to capitalize on it, but ZNX is back onto this B site, playing with Resu. Flash goes out. I'll give Banana control. ZNX is going to play with Resu off this. Smoke goes down. Flash out as well for both sides as they come up. Resu taking the aggressive angle. Jumps straight up. Tries to throw the grenade as well. Blinded from his position. ZNX in his new boxes. He's going to be pressured. Taken down. And they find Shubi though on flank on the other side of the map. Might be too little too late. CTs are just trying to get out with their lives. Reposition. Wait for the rotation. And maybe try and start the retake.
Resu desperately trying to catch somebody off. 2 low HP players on the bomb site. Do CeX have this info? And if they do they want to act upon it? Smokes in to cover off the banana cross. Now Flash has come out from the CTs. They try and buy themselves some covering fire, some cover to get back out and into CT spawn. It'll be 6 rounds on the board for IGI. Aggressive players working out well so far. CeX get thrown into complete disbalance a lot of the time when IGI go for the executions. And I guess that's really what you want to do as a T-side player. But CeX, they're a bit up and down. You know, sometimes they're confident in dealing with it with like the crossfire, first rifle round where they won, and there's other times like this round where it was like, okay, we're running out into open space, straight into the crossfire of the T side.
Yeah, CeX looked like they had that B site on lock the first few rounds, but it seems to be slipping away from them. IGI having found multiple ways to get back into that site, and it's up to CeX to try and adapt to that. Maybe like to see some kind of eco towards getting an AWP on LS. LS was really strong with ZNX on that position. Maybe have ZNX play aggressive, use that AWP from the top position, try and take some kind of advantage. Instead of going for the opposite, play aggressive, get top banana control. Don't peek it like Nuke Dog did. Play back from the sandbag position, play with your teammate. Gets the information he's probably going to go down here. There you go, down, takes him down before he gets any kind of trade back. But they're trapped in this banana. There's CTs behind them. James BT comes in for the flank. Trying to dodge the bullets, doing his best Neo impression. It's not going to be enough, but he does manage to trade one before going down. 2 versus 2. Both players on the B site. T's will rotate towards A site, and it'll be an A bomb.
Yeah, and ZNX not going to move on through to CT quick enough. Realizing that the A bomb site is open, obviously the Maxstab player is being taken out and allows IGI so much room to breathe. And wrap back out, down, ready to watch on through from libraries. And the next spots the first man I've ever released. He's got the read on where down is in from. And now Square is all that remains. Molotov to stall for time, but Nuke Dog is the man I have to worry about. The defuse kit in play. If he drops, it might end up falling apart for CEX. They're not checking the graveyard area. Square takes it down. He's back in for the second frag and clutches it once again. A 2K for him, keeping the lead alive for IGI. Keeping the streak alive for IGI. 4 rounds in a row for the boys on the T side. And not enough money this time for CTs of CEX to justify the investment. 2 CZs, 5-7, the Eagles, USP, Kevlar for a couple players, but that's about it.
Very nicely done by Square. Played that fantastically. Absolutely brilliant. Especially when down got beaten out in that 1v1 from the library position into the cubby hole. So very nicely played by Square, keeping IGI in this round and keeping, more importantly, the most important thing is keeping CeX down, denying them that chance to grow their economy. Unfortunate for LS, finds that kill, doesn't manage to find the AK, it falls down the balcony, so he can't pick that weapon up. 4 versus 4. And we're seeing, different from the earlier rounds, T-sides have mixed up a bit. So they play very aggressive that first 20 seconds, try and go for a contact play, then back off, play slower, try and feel where the CTs are, and play around that. But we are seeing a complete stack on the B side. So it's up to IGI to read this. But I don't think they are. They're going to walk straight into the stack. They definitely have the advantage. They have the utility usage. But it's whether they expect all 4 members of CeX to be on this site.
Yeah, they're about to find out the hard way as Next takes the first man down. Marks gets a true trade for Ellis the Eagle back, but even more damage done. All on James BT, almost took downed as well. But IGI suffering so much damage to the CEX eco. As you said, all four players stacked up on the B bomb site. Enabled that many kills to go to the favor of the CTs. And again, it would have been great if they were able to, you know, get the round. But I think CeX can be happy with the fact that they've done serious damage to IGI. They're about to come in with a buy. Not going to get a confident buy in the next round as well for IGI more than anything else. That's like the key thing for CeX. They take this next one, they stand to gain at least a 6-8 scoreline at the turn of the half. 7-8 would be fantastic because IGI obviously just turned around and taken the half advantage on T side. CeX with Nuke Dog in close range position, switching out weapons at the worst possible moment. Is down. Beats on through LS here to support. Takes a spray on the first man, not quite the second. And now the A bomb site is completely open. IGI bomb down towards default. Shubi will take a face out towards the mid position, tries to take down Resident and ZNX has got himself back in that way that takes the first. Square peeks in for the second, and James BT left alone as his teammates are dismantled all around him.
I feel like IGI is playing Inferno like as confidently as they wanted to play Nuke. That's what it feels like. It feels like they've calmed down a lot. They're all on the same page. They know what they're doing, and they're trading off each other really, really well. And the team plays there. James BT does find Greeny. It won't be too much of an issue. CX's economy, though, boy, is that a different story. Not looking too great at the moment. Still sitting about the 3-4K mark, but I said I would have liked to see some AWPs, some adaptations. They keep trying the same thing, and it's obviously not working at this point. But they're so deep into the half, I think it's a little too late to try and bank on, you know, a double up setup, something like that, to try and stop the hemorrhaging, stop the bleeding at this point, because they're just bleeding rounds.
Oh, the nade from Rezu. Oh,
I'll
it's
go
placed
over.
too far. Oh, the timing's terrible, the positioning's awful. And eventually they will be picked back to a 3 versus 2. Still doing damage with the stack, but again, that nade could have just destroyed the entire round for IGI. Good shot from Nuke Dog. Back to 2 versus 2. Backup's on the way towards CT spawn, but he will back up eventually as they see no more T-side presence out here from Banana. Bomb wraps his way back in towards long. Spraying from Shubi, catches off James BT, not looking the right way. Bomb will be planted once again. 10 looks to be on the board for IGI here, but can Nuke Dog turn it around? The AK in his hands. Head Kevlar, and he's got no damage more than anything else. No damage whatsoever means that CeX, sorry, IGI I should say, might have a bit of a hard time taking him down as they can land those one-tap headshots, and he's got an easy time taking down Downed. The long face looking into the apartments. Molotov in here. No defuse kill, unfortunately. I mean, Shubi will get pushed back. Now Down is all that remains. 11 HP. He's fine. He does not see it. Not expecting a corner position. And double digits will be taken by IGI on round 14.
Double digits, 10-4, not at all what we're expecting, but definitely looking strong on that T side. Coming in, we'll see a full go around. Finally, an AWP picked up again. We'll see if that's the X factor that CeX needs. 5-10, if they can bring it to that, is not great, but it's, as stupid as it sounds, it's better than 4-11. But that might not be the case, or it does. Rezu, though, 1-for-1 trade with the AWP. However, there are 2 players still on the B site. James BT is going to go aggressive. ZNX immediately taken down with the spray.
Whoa!
James BT going absolutely massive. Gets the 3K, and that might be just enough for CeX to bring this to 5-10.
What a spray transfer from James. Shubi, all that remains now for IGI. 2 players in very, very different positions. Look at the angle that Nuke Dog's got. Shubi faces in, Shubi taken down. The spray is good. Not quite as good as James BT, but good enough to get the 5th on the board for CeX to recover a 5th at the end of the half. But what a play again. I can't give credit enough. That spray transfer from James. Whew.
Yeah, that was insane.
Onto the first, back onto the second, to the third, back to the second, and almost got the fourth as well.
Yeah, very nicely done. Hero, absolute hero. There's no way CeX should be like high-fiving him right now because that round was won by him, 100%, without a doubt. But pistol round, we've reiterated it before, not anywhere near as important as it used to be. However, like getting that momentum that CeX is on after that round, if they can propel that forwards, is going to be massive for them. But that's not going to be the case. They're doing what CeX tried to do to them on the gun round. Flank them behind from Banana. It's just LS. He's just running this square, is running him around. Does eventually get taken down. It's left in a 1 versus 3. But LS is going to get pressured. No chance there. Takes him down. IGI take the pistol round.
CeX, after coming off such a high at the end of that half, going into the second one, just like, nope. Not to happen right there. Shut down immediately, pretty much, from the word go. Again, that backstab coming in so effective from IGI. Pretty much taking the entire CeX force before they can even hit the bomb site. And while the bomb did get there, LS could not get the plant down because he got so many players throwing about out towards middle. And the other place, no, straight up spray, nade damage, 2 kills with the SMG. He's made his money back. LS will pick it up, try to see what he can do with it, but no Kevlar. And again, the low HP numbers on CeX are just never going to win this round. So he can try, but Shuby's here, ready to shut down the remaining players alongside Downed, leaving it all on Resu. 1 versus 4. This one's over.
I was taking a sip of water when that grenade landed and I almost spat out. Like, god damn, that damage was huge. Call them Astralis, because they're famous for that. Like, the grenade damage they pull out is insane. But 11-5 and IGI looking more comfortable, not phased, looking a lot better on this CT side than they did on Nuke. However, early days, they looked fairly strong at the beginning on Nuke, and it fell apart quite shortly after. So we'll see if it's all up to CeX if they can get the motor running on that T side. If they can get the ball rolling, get the momentum, push through, and break IGI, there's a chance that they could get back in this game, but remains to be seen. Resu, though, saving the important weapon, the Glock. You know, it's important, expensive.
30 seconds remain, making his way onto the A-bomb site, just so we can get a plant down, but again, the crossfire is too well set from IGI players. And eventually, Shuby will catch him, take him down. There it is, easy as 12-5 for IGI, currently leading in a way that we didn't expect them to do so here on this map. CeX have their chance at a bye now. 5 AK-47s in for this T side, M4s on 3 others for the CTs. A couple SMGs coming through in the rebuys, but mostly down to these big automatic weapons that they have for both sides. Straight in towards the banana position. The squad will start going. CeX make their way inside. James BT leads it on the apartment's default. Nuke Dog's going to take a bit of damage out towards the banana position, taking early nades. Smokes will be down to cover him off from pushing any further. But again, his attention trying to keep him back as LS. His attention is drawn to getting kills. Greeny and Drowned. Greeny and Down, excuse me. They will drown over the boiler room. Leak is not plugged. The T-side players will flood their way into the A-bomb site. Plant will go down. And this should be a save call here from the IGI side. Indeed it is. There we go. CeX want to get one on the board. Nuke Dog will try to get one more frag back on square, but they have lost 2 of their rifles. So the key thing there for IGI is just, getting away with more money than they invested in.
CeX explode onto that site. That double kill onto Downed and Greeny really set the tone for that round. James BT, though, is square steps out, finds one. James BT immediately trades back onto him. Just trying to damage the economy at this point. Exits Mark, though, in this position as well. But nothing will come off it. And that'll be the round. CeX turning the pace of the game around. 12-6, we'll see if they can carry this on. Economy got fairly damaged, though, losing a couple of those players. So not going to have great buys across the board. Can they put up? No, they do have enough for another AK, but they're going to be a little light on utility on some of their players.
So tactical pause being called. Greeny on IGI made the call itself. And that means they'll be stopping for a moment to figure things out. Obviously, IGI have been in full control for most of this match so far, but now CeX starting to mount up a decent position, and IGI haven't been able to build up their economy either. M4s and FAMASs is all they were able to save, and there's only really 2 players that can bind. Green's going to have to get dropped. I don't think there's enough money for a drop. There might be enough if Shuby wants to go ahead and do it. I don't think they'll have a an M4 with full set utility though. That's the main thing right there. Do they go for the extra rifle, or do they go for the utility on his part? So, questions to be asked and answered by IGI throughout the course of this pause. So they're going in with the full front of the M4s, the UMP back on square. So pretty full buy, all things considered, from the CT side. CEX, of course, have their AKs back in. Of course, winning the last round means that they could be on for the reset here. And for IGI, that would probably mean map point, maybe even map victory.
Yeah, put them in definitely a good position to close out CX's map pick. Not what we were expecting at all.
And again, neither was Nuke, but whatever.
No, we weren't even expecting a Nuke pick. But definitely fell apart for them. Looking a lot stronger in here, but definitely going to be difficult. Utility is lighter in IGI's department, but it's whether CX uses theirs as effectively. Just chucking it forwards and wasting it. I think it'll do them any favours, but Nuke Dog being cautious, flashing out. Doesn't want to get caught out by a CT playing aggressive in top banana position. Get that control and pushing onto the B site, but both CTs playing for a retake. No one on site walking around there as a player boosted up square. No smoke going out to one CT. It doesn't matter. They double peek here, but Mark is going to have his free pick of the litter there. Takes down two players, and what could have been a relatively almost easy take with the positions of the CTs if they use their utility properly, has fallen apart for the T side. But they have got the bomb down, and they are in a position for the retake. But look at where James BT is. He's on the flank.
Around for the big flank of IGI. Is he going to get here quick enough, though, is the question. CT's face, and an X takes the first man down. Can't quite get the second. It all rests in the hands of LS. The bomb open for him. Sprays on through towards the Goblins position. Now got to take down Mark. He's being body blocked. They can't take him down. And he goes falling. The defuse will be stuck in. And CEX got so close. 22 points of health. IGI with the reset. And again, it did not need to go that way. CEX. How do you even break that down at that point? It all just came down to the smokes division blocking the backstab that could have come through a bit quicker. Yeah, there's several things just not quite going as right as they wanted to.
There's so many things, like that peek onto CT where Mark got that double kill. Like using they dry peeked that. Yes, they double peeked it together, but like you can predict there's going to be at least one player, maybe two players there in that position, because you've seen no resistance on the bomb site. Instead, they decide to dry peek that when they have utility available. They have smokes, they have flashes, and instead get caught out. Mark gets a double kill. Yes, he played very well in that position. One square is now gets the double for going down again, getting those kills, not giving over the site for free, but this time it's a little cleaner, clearing out the rest of the players. Mark doesn't get so lucky that time, and takes it down. It'll be a 3 versus 3. Bomb goes down, and CX at least in a better position this time to hold the bomb site.
IGI moving in to the B bomb site for the retake. Greeny and Shuby leading the charge. Down right behind him. All three players making their way in through the church side. Molotovs down on towards new box. Of one player, but quick trades come back from James BT. He's expecting more players towards main, but now got to peek back through. Spots the shoulders, the smoke starts to go down. Two players to find. Time the ticking. He gets a second headshot. All on for the 4K as CEX and LS the face back in from Banana. It's a lockout, a lockdown, and a crossfire that CEX managed to make work this time around. 7 on the board. Finally getting close to IGI as they reset the CT economy.
A lot better done by CX. Trying similar thing again. He's done working together, using utility usage better. And although James BT did have that flank, yes, it's nice to have the flank sometimes, but his positioning wasn't great for that rotation round. He's too slow on it, but that's the bomb given over. But they'll soon should be able to pick that up fairly quickly. It's not going to matter too much. Big Dog finds Mark, and it's just down on his own. 1 versus 4. So that should bring it to a 13-8 scoreline.
Let's take a look at the buy-ups from IGI and saw that they had the nade stack, the Hell Thunder strat set up. And that's a pretty nice strat that you can use, actually, if you can split it up appropriately and time them all, and time the nades right. And CEX almost stopped entirely. Unfortunately, they avoided most of the nade damage, which is really what allowed them to pick apart IGI like this. But I saw an alternative universe flash before my eyes where they just got absolutely destroyed by those 5 nades, and IGI just swooped in to pick up the rest of the damage. which is certainly a possible thing on an eco round. And certainly that's one way you want to play it out. And look, they're going to do the exact same thing again, this time with some upgraded pistols, P250s, 5.7s, and Deagles. Except all 5 players are going to go in from Banana. Are CeX expecting the same thing twice? They're going to put 2 players out of this position. Again, watch those HP numbers. Nuke's going to take a lot of damage from it. Next person in. Actually, they're using these nades relatively slowly, but Nuke going to be able to gain Banana control as a result and spray down 2 more players. Finally, the nade from Mark will trade him back. 1 AK recovered for the CT side. But I imagine that Mark will just be saving it. The bomb will go down. This will be a 9 for CEX.
CeX bringing it to 39. It's a more comfortable position compared to when IGI was behind last game, where they pretty much had to play a perfect game from like 12-3 or something, something insane like that. So definitely not feeling the pressure too much, but not many rounds they can afford to lose to IGI for making mistakes. That AK carrying forwards will be vital though for Mark. What's their loss bonus at the moment? Let me have a look. So
3 rounds after this round.
3 rounds. So they should do us a decent buy, and that AK would definitely help with that. So they can keep hold of it. So it goes. That's very unfortunate. I mean, they'll still have money to buy, but that AK, that sort of kind of bit extra firepower, means you can, you know, going into the future rounds, maybe you lose the gun round, or maybe you can like fork out for maybe a extra AWP, something like that. So you can do the double up setup. Would have been nice to see, but alas, it's not the case. Almost full utility across the board, apart from the CT side, lacking in some areas. But IGI 39 looking to extend the series out. CeX, remember, ladies and gentlemen, won IGI's map pick of Nuke, so 1-0 up in the series. This is, of course, CEX's map pick, and IGI is currently in the driving seat, although CeX, as we said, still don't look like they're at a loss. Their confidence hasn't been broken. They're just trying different strats, trying to find something that's worked, and now their economy set up, which should hopefully see something exciting. Nuke Dog on the AWP though. See if that's the X factor that CeX needs.
Well, damage on to Z next initially to start things off for IGI. Utility coming in from CeX for the execution. Let's see if they can get the frags. Greeny going to make sure down spray, takes down LS and connects the round to Rezu as well. Damage being done, looking for equal frags back here. Finally, the AWP trades it back, but Greeny close on the bomb site, gets 2 quick flicks. And now James BT on the back side of the truck will get down 1, but can't get down the second. CeX shut down by the defensive of IGI. And that's good enough. Even if they get reset, if they can take the odd round here or there, they'll slowly push themselves up to map point. 14-9 with a buy coming back in from CeX as they try and get the investment down back on IGI. CeX need this next round. They need to get themselves in with a reset opportunity again to try and keep this as close as possible to the CT side. This is their map pick. They are a map up. All they need is this map, and then they'll be able to win the series and move to the semi-finals.
Certainly, so 14-9, and as you said, like with the economy, if CeX does manage to win this round, IGI's economy is going to be reset. It's going to be very low. Going to have a really rough buy, and it gives CeX that breathing room to get back into the game and even things out. So the next, that's the perfect way to do it, but he does get trade off. Burns through the flames. Swear though, managed to get 1 before go down. Shubi gets the, I was about to say flank, but no, he's just got the crossfire set up. Finds 2. He's looking for this bird. LS is trying to hunt him down because it's not safe for him on this site. 1 versus 2 now. The rest of his team's gone. He's like, where did they go? He managed to smoke the sole survivor. He's in this position, and it's not going to be fun for him. He's going to try and outthink his enemies here. It's a rotating round. Down coming through construction. So Greeny positioning around CT. And it's going to peek out. Greeny expecting the aggression, shuts him down. 15-9, match point to IGI. We could be going to map 3.
We could well be in CeX. I mean, they did not have to be in this position just because of the fact that 2 players faced towards new box. No one checked dark. It's a common position to play, you know. 1 player back over at the new box position and 1 more back at dark. You know, the crossfire set passive positions to get ready for the peaks to come through on the T side. You got to worry about both positions, not just one, but both the CTs were focusing fire on that one rather than trying to look for a kill back on the dark player. The trades came in so easy for Shubi because of that. And CeX not only concede map point to IGI, but also concede potentially the whole thing, because they have got a significant disadvantage in the bios. They've got 2 AKs. LS and James BT need to do absolute work here. And look at the stack that IGI have got. They're playing perfectly around CEX's default. When the execution comes through, they've got 4 CTs they need to deal with, and only then they'll be able to keep going in this map up. The smokes are coming down, the flashbangs are in. LS first, now should be close. Sprays on the first one, back in for even more, finding so much damage. 2 kills, almost a third. Rezu finally trades it back, but it's 2 for 1. The AWP locked down with another AK as Rezu and James are the last 2 players remaining. A 4 versus 2 scenario. IGI with only inches away from taking this map, forcing us to a third. It's all James BT. Take a frag, spray awkwardly, but get no damage. 16-9, and Shubi will be a clinical part of taking us to train.
Yeah, despite